This picture was taken probably about 2 minutes before the first bomb went off in 2013 Boston. I was running with two of my girlfriends. I was getting a little slower, so I said, "Go on, guys, go finish. I'll meet you at the end."
So I was waiting at the pole, and two of Susie's friends that she was running with came across. I said, "Where's Susie?" And they said, "She just dropped back a couple miles ago, but should be right behind us."
And just before I get to coming up to the finish line, the first bomb goes off. I felt something hit my arm.
We had just gotten through the Boston bombing. And then about 3 months later, in August of 2013, she was diagnosed with breast cancer.
So after going through the bombing, now it's breast cancer. Dave has been by my side through everything. He's my support.
We're getting married at mile 20.
We started the 2018 Boston Marathon as fiancés, and we finished as husband and wife.
To pronounce you man and wife.
Welcome to our Boston room.
I first met Susie at the Fort Benfit Running Club.
Every year that I have run Boston, we became friends. And then it just developed.
And we've been running together now for probably about 20 years.
April 13, 2013 was going to be my 10th consecutive Boston, so we were all very excited to run it and celebrate afterwards. Dave was already way ahead of me. He starts early because he's faster. And just before coming up to the finish line, the first bomb goes off. And I don't know really what was going on. I felt something hit my arm. There was a girl running next to me that I don't know who she is to this day. She stopped and she was right in front of me, and we just stood there in front of each other, and she was crying.
And I was right at the finish line, so what everybody saw on TV, I was watching real time. Everybody started asking, what was that? And then about 10 seconds later, the second bomb went off. And that's when the realization came in that we were in the middle of an attack.
And then the chaos, the screams, the police.
And all I could think of is Susie's there somewhere. It turns out she was directly across in between the first and second bombs. So when Susie came across, we just kind of embraced. It felt wonderful to know that she was safe.
And I know my oldest son lived in Boston, and he was waiting for me. We went to the hotel, which was down just within walking distance. The moment I knew something bad happened, my son made it to the hotel room, and he knocked on the door. And that's when I knew. And then I wouldn't let him leave me.
And all the media was there, and they saw Susie's Boston Marathon jacket, so they asked her, "Are you going to come back and run Boston again?" And without hesitation, on national TV, Susie said, "Yes, I'm coming back to Boston."
They're not going to take away our passion. And I think that's true for a lot of runners, is that's not going to define who we are. We're going to be there, and we're going to continue doing what we love doing.
We had just gotten through the Boston bombing. Then about 3 months later, in August of 2013, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She had her surgery in October, and remarkably, 3 months later, she ended up running the Houston Marathon.
I'm running my 17th Houston Marathon, and overall it'll be my 97th marathon with a goal of reaching 100 by November 2020. I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel like I want to be a strong person for my kids, for my family. It makes me feel wonderful that people think I'm an inspiration. I sometimes don't think that I am, but it's awesome to hear.
Only one girl I'm gonna kiss.
On April 16th, 2018, I was able to convince Susie to marry me at mile 20 at Heartbreak Hill during the Boston Marathon.
May our marriage be a loving bond between ourselves, our families, and circle of friends.
The kids were all holding the umbrellas, and it was very magical. He loves me unconditionally.
To pronounce you man and wife.
To have somebody that you've grown to love and treat you like that is amazing.
She puts life and friends and family first, and she's made me a better person because of it.